ready to rise and shine? Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Oh, I moved around too much. Shit, a covert narcissist will expose themselves, and today I'm going to expose how I figured it out. Saints Addiction. Let's go. Leg out. The first thing I would tell you that I would do is to pay attention to your gut. There's something about her that things didn't pass the old smell test, right? For instance, many times I've been on dinner with beautiful women, but not many times have they ended in a panic attack. When you're with somebody, panicking, attacking, and there you go, you're a good person, you have empathy, someone's down the street, you want to hand them some change. You want to show them that you're virtue signaling to people that you are such a nice person. In fact, on the first dinner that we went to, our first date, she literally tipped the guy like 500 baht and gave him all these crazy ideas like you could start your own business and you should start a hiking business. My one friend makes a lot of money with hiking. He's like, lady, I work here with my kids and my wife. I work really hard. I'm working all that I can. You know what I mean? Like, thanks for the career advice, but I'm doing my own thing. And it didn't really dawn on me because again, if you cause trouble, if you cause problems, it keeps people from seeing the situation. It was so easy to push past that she pushed past me, put her hand on my chest, because the next day I'm already at the sauna with her. We're already starting to become like a couple, like she's scrubbing my legs. It's so genuine, but she didn't want to take pictures. I found there were some behind the scenes pictures she actually took of me. But when we go to dinner, it was all about her. You know, it was the Sarah show. I kind of say that because it was just her talking about her apps, talking about how much she liked me, and I'm thinking, man, this really hot chick, I scored, right? Like as a guy, that is where her plastic surgery paid off, right? Like as a guy, you don't see the hundreds of thousands of euros and scars and insecurities in this person. Instead, we go off of our visuals, right? This is how the covert narcissist works, because on the outside she's virtue signaling to me that she let an old man go before her in the lunch aisle, and I'm like, oh, she must be a nice person, right? She's tipping this guy over here. She's such a nice person, she's nice to me and polite and pretty, and you're like, I hit the jackpot. What I didn't see, but I'll only take the first date, was her, yeah, let it rumble, the gods are speaking, was her pushing off of me. It wasn't a gentle push. It wasn't like, hey, I'm calm, I can talk to you calmly. It was a just go home, we'll figure it out. Well, I didn't know I was going to see her for a whole another week. And as I walked around with my emotions, and I'm like, is this love? Is this love? I'm talking to my friends sitting by myself. Is this love? Have you ever had the 24-hour, 36-hour love, 48-hour love? And the only reason it's in my head so hard is because she sexted me quickly. Have you ever fucked a girl within the first 4 or 5, 6 hours of meeting them? I have, but it's rare air. You know what I mean? It's rare air. I got a blowjob from some girl I met half hour at a fucking sex party. It was just like I just got there, and next thing I know, I'm getting some head. That's nice and all, right? Let's light up this. Let's light up this joint. It is the morning marijuana motivation, right? And I wanted people to get something out of this because it's unfair that there are people out there that are taking advantage of other nice people. She can pretend to be nice, but you can't keep up the facade. And what's really weird is that that's how it started being projected to me. Her projection was always on me. You know, when you're working with narcissism, they're never happy. The critical comes out, like you're not the right sign, you're not the right height, you're not making the right money. I mean, they just went through the whole laundry list of just trying to pick me apart. I've had multiple women in my bungalow this season. Some were like, yeah, it could be a little bit better. Some didn't say anything at all. This one wouldn't let it go. Like, if you don't do the things that I tell you to, you don't love me, and I will storm out. And this is some narcissistic shit. This becomes the pre-discard era. This becomes the you don't mean shit to me, bro. Like, I will prove it to you time and time again that you don't mean shit to me. Now, I might text love bomb you. That's right. They can 256 messages in one day. I can keep your attention and make sure that I'm in control of your mind. I'm in the forefront of your mind. I'm in the back of your mind. And matter of fact, I'm so in your mind fucking you, that I'm gonna get you to marry me, even though you've never been married at 38 years old. Someone should have fucking knocked you up a long time ago, and why aren't those guys sticking around? Why aren't there any photos of anyone else on your Instagram, right? Where'd those guys go? All these years of dating and they didn't make it? Well, the new supply, the new boyfriend made it. He's the soul mate, right? And I'm thinking, this poor fucking guy has no business. I did the same thing when I was a kid. No business being with a woman that's almost 40, 38 years old. Yeah, that's how old Tyrion was. And I was 26. So 8 plus 4. Yeah, she was 12 years my fucking senior, bro. And I was banging it out. She was squirting in my mouth. It was fucking lovely. Big old C cup, natural C cup. She was pretty. She kept good. She kept in good shape because she did yoga. But we didn't do the research. She thought I was 32. I was 26. I thought she was 32. She was 38, bro. Just like Sarah, she's 38, lying on her fucking FetLife page like I'm 30. The lies are real. You know what I mean? If you have to augment your reality, if you have to augment your body to convince people or convince yourself of self-esteem, then you've already lost. Self-esteem is running and gunning and playing the cards that you're dealt with, right? This is the thing with why people have to be covert, because if you're overt, if you're grandiose, like I tend to go on the spectrum and be like, yo, I did it. I fucking flexed and I lost all these weights. Check out the peaks, baby. You know what I'm saying? Peek up. Pikachu. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be like that. You know, like you want to be your ego. And that wasn't my amigo, because now instead of having the good looking, or instead of having the nice teacher with the big natural titties and actually 30, right? Versus the one that's got the fake tits, Brazilian butt lift, fake nose, right? And treats me like shit, right? Like critical, text bombing me, love bombing me all day long to just the reason, or ignore the reason you try kicking my head off, or that didn't happen as hard as you think. I've been in combat sports a long time. I know when I'm getting checked. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? You know, gentle, I'm a bouncer, please sir, you cannot go past this line. And then there's the whap, and I got the whap. And she don't have the whap. She can't have a wet ass pussy because her pussy wore out. It was really was her OnlyFans page, right? She didn't explain that to me. This is why it's covert. You didn't sit there and go, yo, dude, I put fucking paper clips up the dude's sack and all the way up his shaft, put my finger through his urethra, jerked him off. How you got off, right? Like, you know what I mean? To know what I've been doing, I tell everyone the truth. That means I date individuals away from each other and keep them separate so they can't triangulate their own stories, right? And that's why I reached out to one of her exes, and he blocked me, acted like a little bitch. But I was like, you care to tell your story, bro? And I want to reach out to her new guy and be like, bro, do you know what you're about to get into? We're exposing a narcissist here, a full-on covert narcissist. Maybe she's even suicidal because of it. She's trying to play online, social media. I met the perfect guy. I met my soulmate, like literally after she killed our baby. The narcissism real. You have to save yourself. And since I'm part narcissistic too, I don't get to just put it all on her and be, I'm absolved. You know what I'm saying? I still have to go see the psychologist. I still have to do my research. I still have to follow through and sit here and do my meditations in the morning and sit here with my pain and sit here with my childhood traumas and sit here with this breakup. This is how I earned the exposing. I've already exposed myself as the toxic narcissist. I saw that. I got handsy after conflict. It turned out she was stonewalling me. This is a technique that covert narcissists do to get the supply. I'm in control of the conversation. I'm not going to talk to you silent treatment. Probably her mom did it to her when she was a kid. Wouldn't sit next to her on the bench. There's just so much weird ass behavior going on, and it didn't add up. It doesn't add up. You're beautiful. Why do you have plastic surgery? That don't add up, right? You know what I mean? You're celibate, but you want to bang your ex. You want to make sure that you can still bang this dude that's married with children, 2 different baby mamas. You were almost the 3rd, and now you're on your 3rd abortion, and you wonder why it's not someone else. Because you didn't heal. You ran to someone else. You grabbed some poor kid off the fucking street, manipulated him. Oh, we're both Aquariuses. I'm so in love with you. Look at my cleavage. I didn't see it, bro. I didn't see how covert it was, because if she was so meek and nice, why she got them big old titties in a low-cut shirt? Because she paid for those titties, and she's showing off those titties, and she'll show off all the things that she needs to get you involved. Man, hey, she can even show you that she can act right. But one thing they can't do, thank you for the thunderstorm, hallelujah, one thing they can't do is compromise. They won't show up for shit. They will leave you high and dry. As soon as you need them, they are gone. As soon as they need you, they are back and trying to be shiny and nice. Like, oh, I was coming up the hill and I had a sexy outfit on, and my idea was to bang you real quick while my mom waited, and you missed it. I was in a really sexy outfit. I missed shit, bro. You were trying to entice me with a sexy outfit. You were trying to entice me by buying sexy lingerie. Even though you're pregnant, you were just like, "Look, I bought us something." No, you bought it for the next dude, or for your OnlyFans page. You have so many outfits, so many dildos, so many spank toys, so many dark secrets. I couldn't handle it. This is me. I'm a human being, and I went through life, and I didn't have that much trauma, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really got to sexually abuse me. I had some shit go down when I was about 4 or 5, and we all gone through some shit. I'm sure we all have, but never have I ever spanked anybody, especially with a weapon. I mean, paddles were hit at us when we were kids, man. That was when you got in trouble, Mister. Oh fuck his name. Oh dude, come on, Mister. Sam Betty. Sam and Betty Davis. Yes, Sam Davis, Mr. Sam Davis, big black man from the South, the big preacher. Dude, he had a paddle, bro. And when we didn't do the fucking, oh shit, here comes Sam now. When we didn't do it right, bro, we got spanked, bro. And it was just like, what? He has a piece of wood that hit someone? This is dangerous. This chick's got like 8 of them. Like, here you go. Just hit me as much as you want. Wrap my head in cellophane, smash my balls. I don't give a fuck. I got no self-respect, and I don't respect other people. You can't see that that's your job and not see that it's fucking up your mind, right? You're trying to make big money real quick. Covert narcissist, or any narcissist, are trying to fucking angle for power. They're trying to angle for money, pay pigs, financial slaves. It doesn't matter how much I hurt you, physically, financially, spiritually. I'm gonna get what I need out of you. I'm gonna get my release. I get a hate on men. I got a secret Electra complex. You think you were smart, Sarah? Girl, I did my research. I know Greek mythology. I remember that name. She's a Taurus, Scorpio. We're really close. She's also, dude, check that out. I'm dating my own mom. You're extremely bipolar. You're taking lorazepam, manic depressive, manipulative, and you're fucking gaslighting me, bitch. You think I haven't seen it with my own mother? My own mom. I've seen this TV show. So by the time I start line up, now you know why me and my mom don't get along. Maybe because we're Taurus, maybe because we're Scorpio, but I call her out on her shit. I'm like, hey, you can't be talking to people like that. You can't be talking to me like that. Start cursing in an email. You're losing your temper constantly. You're flipping your wig constantly. Hell, you leave your own family on the side of the road. That's how bad my mom is. So when it comes to these people and they want to take it personal, I'm like, don't be shouting her out. Don't be telling all our information. It's everybody's information. First of all, it's public information because she posted it. Second of all, it's the truth, right? And third of all, I'm not dropping anybody's names specifically. It could be anyone. Anyone could have some pedophilia in their family. It happened to me. It happened to her. Anyone could have abusive tendencies and an abusive past. It happened to me. It happened to her. Anybody could have narcissistic tendencies, dog. All of us are on this spectrum. So it's not like I'm absolved and I'm just pointing the finger at her and I'm like, dude knows, it's you, dog. You did it. You know what I'm saying? No. This is just me exposing some truths that leaked out of my brain before I play some of these videos, because there's one girl that's going to talk in depth about it, but you know how narcissists tend to find someone else because they need the supply, and they make that person the perfect person, and how the rebound doesn't work because soon enough they will be critical with that person, picking apart the sheets, picking apart the mosquito net, picking apart the bathroom, and then he won't be man enough to stick up for himself. She's looking to be the dominatrix, the dominant wife, and she'll find a younger man that she can push around. The massage lady already told, sorry, you're exposed, Sarah. It's what it is. And eventually that'll wear on you because he can't be a man. He can't grow a beard. He's the opposite of me. He's a child, and he deserves his childhood. He deserves, if he's in his 30s or even younger, probably like 28, 26 looking, you're robbing the cradle. You're not giving him the opportunity. This is what narcissists do. They're like, I love him so much. I'm like, bro, you got an old lady. You got a scraped pussy from too many abortions. You got a mental case, and you can ask all of her friends. And then this poor kid gets involved, try to help her. He's now the hero complex. He's going to show up, pay for the abortion, go with her to Bangkok, give his time, energy, and love. And here he is, only 30 years old, just like Michelle. Michelle's only 30. Bro, I keep telling her, you need to date people your own age. I'm 44. I'm 14 years older than you, dog. And you're 18 years old. You're almost 2 decades older than this kid. Wait, no, 38. Oh, full decade older than them. And you wonder if you, my grandma said it when I was dating Tyrion. Like I said, she's like, you have no business with that. If I'm 30, I should probably be dating 22. Let's all go 8 years backwards. If you're going to be 38, he's 30. He should, if he's 30 or whatever age this kid is, he should be dating 22. What about the girl he fell in love with in high school? What if she wants to come back and like, I'm sorry, I'm dating someone else, man. She's perfect for me. She love bombs me every day, love texts me and sex me, flashes me nipples, even though she wants to be celibate. I'm sure she threw him the pussy, even though she was pregnant or after the abortion or during the abortion, which is even more sickening. These people are doing anything they can to do to get power. They're doing plastic surgery. They're wearing high fashion. They're living in expensive countries. They're pegging dudes. They're fucking probably getting raped to keep the facade of I live this life. And this is the cool part about Saints Addiction is I've lived this life. I don't comb my hair. I wake up, beard out of place, kind of try to trim that bitch up, and I am who I am. Game exposed, dude. Like just game exposed, and that's why I'm gonna play this thing because the girl says game exposed. I really did lose the weight, but I also show off my belly when I don't. I also show off my incongruencies. It's important to me for Saints Addiction to be honest about my dichotomies. This evil and good that I have inside of me. And I wasn't absolved either, folks. This isn't something where I was like, no, I totally called myself for being a toxic narcissist. Toxic narcissist. I can't be putting my hands on people when I lose my temper. This is something that I've learned. Let me bust out some of my psychology notes because I went to go see a psychologist. I have a psychologist. We work on these things. And I'm going to talk more about the walk away process because that's about the only thing that's going to work. I'm going to do a whole nother show when I'm done exposing this narcissist and people can get on the video and hear it. But yeah, man, this is the game. The game is really cool. We're working on the blurring effect. You know, and every time you get a flashback, it's overwhelming. With emotions and anxiety, it's a full-on trigger. It's basically the same as the drug addiction. This is why I'm so eloquently is because I am an addict, and I've suffered from cocaine addiction, sex addiction, tobacco addiction, still got some addiction, depression addiction. There's a little bit of that in there. If you can say that, I'm a depression survivor, but it's reoccurring. Maybe too fast for this connection. It's too fast and won't last. And I didn't think anything of it because I'm so exposed. Right? Like my exposure to love was like, I'm ready for love. Even though I said I didn't want love, I've already had love 2 times on this island, lost and loved in that bungalow, loved in this bungalow, loved in that bungalow, right? Like the 3 loves have been in this fucking place and all of them exposed, blown up, ended tragically, got physical. And then I have to ask myself, it was like, oh man, I'm beating myself up, bro. Like you are too physical with people, man. You can't be losing your temper and letting it fly. Physical, press a button in your head and blur. So from here on out, this is going to be the button. And I'm going to squint my eyes. And when I get flashes of her and I try to blur it, I'm already doing faceless porn and I have to blur the faces out. I'm getting the box out and I'm blurring that incident. I'm not highlighting all these really cool things that she did for me. I mean, it can be fun. Sex real quick. God, she's so hot. But, she wouldn't let me take a lot of photos after and she looked like shit after. And honestly, we didn't fuck after. Our sex game was not strong. Like, she kept holding it out because she had no interest in it. One of the things I found out about narcissists is they don't really like sex. It's only for a power move. It's the adoration before it. But they're not... wasn't really into it. She was trying to hunt me back, try to show off and full on fucking, but it didn't interest her. At the end of the night, she wanted to go home early. She was like, hey, I'm going home, need an air con. Bye, Felicia. And then the second night, tried to pull it again, and I was just like, what is that? What is this pull away technique that you're doing? Oh, you're getting me addicted. And that's what I didn't realize. Because you slip into your habits, bro. You want to be in love. This beautiful person in your life, she's saying it could all work out. You thinking it's all going to work out, and then boom, panic attack. It's not working. And quickly. and I've already slept with you, but now you want to have a panic attack, and then you want to be celibate, and I'm getting more and more confused. I'm hearing more and more stories you're sharing with me, things that shouldn't have happened, forced gangbangs, getting raped in a hotel. This guy did this guy did that, and you did what to them? It started game exposing, and that's why I like this. What's her name? She said, "Yo, guys, it's Jazz." I'm gonna try to play the video after 30 minutes. But yeah, there's a girl on here that's called Game Exposed, and this is how she does it. She had narcissism in her family and everything. Remember a particular event and fuzz it, right? So we're gonna grab this and we're gonna fuzz that event, you guys. We're gonna fuzz that event because we're gonna highlight all the things that went right. Thank you, Thunder. You will. And she's going to highlight other things that go wrong, like my spitting, and I don't have enough subs, and this person did this and this person did that, and you should have better sheets. And I'm like, girl, I'm grateful for what I have. You live in a fucking hostel and you're telling me about the sheets? How many people slept in those sheets? You're telling me about the bathroom? How many people shit here this morning? You know what I mean? Like, shower next to the shitter, it's not exactly clean. And the hypocrisy of like, oh, well, I'm tired now. Well, you were not tired to fucking chew me out and jump up in the middle of the night to fucking talk about bathroom cleanliness and still talk about it. You don't want to see how that's control. That's how covert it is. Never face it. You're a grown ass man. I mean, yeah, I've been a grown ass man 44 years, and all my homes have been clean. Okay? No, 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 boo boo. You ain't been nowhere near me for my whole life. All my friends, I can call them, take pictures of that bathroom the way it was, with the open ceiling, by the way, because it rains and storm comes in. There wasn't a shit stain on there. There wasn't a piss stain on. You didn't see no yellow, no brown, and you never will. But that's how I expose the game, bro. This is how we get to the fucking truth. People like to pretend that they have it all together, and they don't. They really don't. They want to make you feel a certain type of way. And that's what happens when you're with a covert narcissist. They want to be in control of you. If you're worried about the complaints, then they can start controlling your mind. If they can get you to go buy sheets, get a mosquito net at 5 a.m., 5:30 in the morning while it was raining, she had me, right? And then she can cover up her disguise because no one's exposing her. I don't know her that well. So no one's ever telling me, oh, she has manic depression, or she's bipolar, or she's narcissistic. I have no access to her because she keeps a secret. Just like this other young man. It's just her world. She's not going to introduce you to her friends, right? She had her best friend come, but by then we were already fighting and shit was going down, and he was already on our side. Some people have flying monkeys. That's all I do is just call them when I need them, but guess what? They still love me, and I appreciate them. You know, I should be really starting to give back to them. And that was the whole plan. If you really, really do love somebody, you wouldn't take that much from them. And that's why, you know, gotta fucking do this, dude. You gotta fucking be able to control your mind and your own emotions, because if not, it's kind of like if you're not living out of me and go like, yeah, sure. I mean, you know, I'm like, would your other slave die of? You know what I mean? That was one of my favorite sayings, but I'm saying it for real. It's like, did you overwork or mismanagement? What'd you do with your other slave when you were like, get this, get that, run, do this, you should do that. You're not doing that right. Oh, these people are talking shit about you. Oh, wait. What was it? The other things that she would do that was fucking tripping me out. Oh, wait. Oh, I still have to go talk to my exes. It's not settled. I still want to sleep with them. I've been poly since I was 14. It's like, who chooses their sexuality at 14, dog? Like, you know what I mean? I still hadn't even got laid yet, bro. Like, come on now. You know what I mean? It's just this game is exposed, and I'm trying to get this. I don't have really a good connection. I'm trying to there to get, so maybe it might load, it might not, but I wanted to get this to you so you can hear it, because it's interesting to me. It's interesting that people that are supposed to care about you go out of their way to hurt you. Even my own mother does this too. She was like arguing and cursing through email. If they don't find it perfect, and trust me, a narcissist ain't gonna find it perfect. You know, they're perfectionists. They're trying to make their body perfect, their life perfect. If you aren't perfect in their life, they are going to check you like a smog. You need to fit in this cog. Your little square peg round hole needs to fucking get in here, because I need you to fit in it. I need you to be the man that I'm pretending you to be on social media. I need you to be perfect, because I want to live a perfect life, and only when things are perfect will I ever attain happiness. Low happiness level, bro. Let me bless up real quick. Low happiness level. I called her out. It's like, can you find your happy? You know what I'm saying? Is it any way possible that you can fucking knock this shit off? You know what I mean? Because it's just shit. Pick a mood, bitch. Pick a mood. And everyone has a chance to pick a mood. Some people, they just want to be rude. They want to control the fucking conversation. And in that action or inaction, they start to control the narrative. I can control you by sex because now I want to be celibate. I gave you some, but now I'm only going to give you some when you act right. When it was time for me to get my feelings heard, I was like, lady, you just got me hard in the ocean again. I promised myself after the full moon, when my dick was up against your ass and we didn't do nothing about it, that would never happen again. Instead of understanding my needs, she fired back with anger. She popped up, put her hat on, ran away from her friends, left her stuff, like tried to storm out because I asked for more affection. I already gave you sex twice. You already gave me 2 times sex? I had 3 times every morning. Every morning with my ex. The one that had an abortion before you? Yeah, 3 times every morning, and she would clock me for it too. Like, that was only twice. You did 2 in a whole fucking day and considered it done. I ain't seen you in a whole week. We didn't even have a whole fuck session. I didn't even get a fuck you in your ass, but apparently that's one of your soft limits on FetLife. I'm like sitting in my head going like, this is such a mind fuck. She's over in love with someone else, and I could totally get on OnlyFans, pick up an account for $18.99, watch her get banged out by her ex, download all the footage and use it, and then I'm over here in my head going like, shit, I could even be a whole fake account, reach out to her ex and say, hey bro, you need a warning. This chick doesn't come with a warning light. Yes, you might be in love with her. Yes, you guys might be perfect, but watch out for the okie doke. And everybody's like, he's going to have to learn on his own. And I had to learn on my own. And now I'm exposing game to you guys so you can learn on your own. For me, it's only going to be more power to this narcissist because I'm bringing her up. But that's not what it is. I already have a girlfriend. I already have a love of my life. I'm headed to her. We're going to make love. We're going to make our own content. And we got our own life going ahead, right? This is just for other people. Go, man, I don't want to see that happen to someone else. Watch out, train. You know what I mean? Like, bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm screaming, preaching, teaching to people, reaching out here and preaching and teaching. Hey, yo, don't be so weak. You know what I mean? Don't be so weak. That'd be a good shirt. Let's go. Don't be so weak. But people that live in their own world, you're going to have to find people that pretend to live in the world with you, right? Like, that's what ends up happening. You need people to also believe that, don't be so weak, that their reality is the one that you want to subscribe to, right? That if you love me, you would believe me. You would believe what I'm saying. You would do the things that I'm doing. You would understand these things. And that's just not true. You will have your own opinion. You will have your own style. And these motherfuckers can go get screwed. Let's go. All right. So this chick was pretty cool. I'm going to start with another one. No offense to you. I was talking about, 3 of the biggest tips for no contact. How to break the trauma bond with the narcissist. The narcissistic rebound. Game exposed.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're doing like a little bit different here. It's just impromptu video that I wanted to make because I was on the phone with a client and she's going through it's just a bad situation. And this person jumps from one relationship to the next, meeting her ex. And I know you guys have been there. I mean, hell, I've been there. Rebound. But I wanted to make this video because when we sometimes think about like a rebound relationship, we think about like a person who has ended a relationship and like immediately jumps into another one. Yeah. They're trying to forget about their ex. They're maybe doing it to like hurt their new partner, but 9 times out of 10, they're doing it because they're just suppressing what it is that they feel, and they don't want to deal with how they feel, and so they're just trying to like move on by jumping into another relationship. A lot of times when you're dealing with someone who's narcissistic, they will get into a rebound relationship and their current relationship hasn't actually ended. They're still in a relationship, so they're basically in 2. So a rebound relationship, there's a couple different meanings and reasons for why someone does it. Alright, I thought I'd take a seat now. I'm gonna go over this with you guys because I was just like running around after that call trying to get everything set up to do this video because this stuff is really important. I figured if we're really gonna make this video, we should probably sit down and probably put a mic on so the audio is really good. But let's get into this because this is really important because I think a lot of times it just confuses us. It makes us really frustrated. We don't understand why this person or how this person could just jump into another relationship, how they could jump into another relationship and still be in a relationship with us. First reason why someone will get into a rebound relationship, whether or not they're still with you or not, is because they're trying to forget you. They think that this person, this new person, will distract them in some way from actually dealing with how they feel. So since they don't want to deal with how they feel, since they don't want to deal with anything, quite frankly, they're going to use this new relationship as a distraction to forget about you. Now, of course, all this does is it basically just suppresses everything that this person was probably supposed to be working on inside of themselves. And this is where when people say like, oh, is this person going to be different in the next relationship? Is anything going to change? Like, what if this new person gets like the better version? And no, that doesn't happen. Because the only way that could ever possibly happen is whether or not a person is capable of changing. And the only way a person is capable of changing is by having self-awareness, is by acknowledging, is by dealing, is by opening the window, is saying, I'm the problem, not you. So that person's not going to do any of this. So since that's not happening, this person's basically just trying to forget about you, they're going to use this relationship as just basically a distraction from actually doing the work that they should be doing. Another reason why anyone will get into a rebound relationship is to fill a void. Most people who are narcissistic are looking for narcissistic supply. They're looking for attention, love, validation, sex, admiration. Like they're looking for you to be a trophy wife. They're looking for you to not say anything or hold them accountable. They're looking for something from you, whatever it is that that person needs. And this could actually be someone who's not narcissistic. This could be someone who's just a little unhealthy themselves and is coming from a lot of wounds. All of these things, whether it's validation or sex or love or filling a void or just trying to forget about you, all of them are just ways to cope with emotional pain. And that's why when I say, don't take this personally, it has nothing to do with you. And I know that that's very hard to do, especially in like the beginning stages of like going through a breakup or finding out someone was jumping ship on you or all of those things. I know that it's very difficult, but let me rephrase this. They are doing these things to cope with the emotional pain that they are going through. The emotional pain that they're going through has nothing to do with you. Let's ask the next question that I feel like usually comes after this, and that is like, why is this person even getting into a rebound relationship? We talked about like the obvious ones that most people, regardless of them being narcissistic or not, right? So whether it's filling a void, whether it's trying to forget about you, all of that. But I want you to really comprehend what it means to be an avoidant person who doesn't want to take accountability for themselves. So this person does not want to deal with themselves. So they would rather just find someone else, whether the relationship has ended and they're just jumping into another one, or maybe not. Maybe you're still in a relationship with this person and they're just doing their thing somewhere else, somewhere else, using this person for basically whatever it is that they need. Because this really is just all about what this the shiny new toy, that eventually fades. It fades because all of those things that were happening in the beginning stages of a relationship with someone like you didn't create it coming from a healthy space. You created it from a wound, from your ego, from low self-esteem. You created it and it's just persona. It's not really who you are. This magic was just basically happening as a manipulation tactic in order to make you fall in love with this person or be into this person. It wasn't who their genuine character actually was. So because of that, and because you're dealing with someone who is basically an empty hole and you're not going to be able to ever fill this person up, this person's never going to be feeling good enough about themselves or happy enough. They're always going to be chasing the next thing or wanting more or getting bored. They don't have that healthy relationship those things, then you're going to start to see a mask come off. The unfortunate part is the rebound relationship, the new person, whether they know about you or not, it doesn't really matter, because this person doesn't know who this person is, their new partner. They don't know that this person's narcissistic. And they don't even realize, quite frankly, that this person over time, whether it was a short time or a long time, doesn't matter how long the relationship lasts or ends, this person is slowly chipping away at their self-esteem, and they have absolutely no idea. So let's roll into like the next really big question. How long will this new relationship even last? Like, how long will they stay in this rebound relationship? The truth is, most rebound relationships don't last long, but there are some that very well do. Before we even play out both scenarios, I want you to really understand this, is that this person that they're in a relationship with has no idea that they're narcissistic. It could be completely, blatantly obvious to you and everyone else that this person is, but this new person doesn't even know any of that. And to be honest, you didn't really know it either in the beginning of your relationship. This person, this new person, is just as wounded, if not worse, than you were in the beginning of your relationship with this person. Now, if it's a short-lived relationship, it's going to end for two reasons. Either the new person is going to see through all of this BS extremely quickly, and they're just going to up and leave, or the narcissist is going to end the relationship really quickly soon after they kind of get a little maybe fling or something from this person that they needed, because they are going to realize that they actually can't get from this person what it is that they probably got from you. Now, if that's the case, then you're going to have love bombing. You're going to have your ex kind of coming back, knocking on the door, seeing if you're down, and you want to maybe tango a little bit or something like that. You want to get involved. You want to be friends or something along those lines. Maybe the narcissist calls it off because they know that they can't get from this new person what it is that they want, and you weren't able to give it to them either. Very, very rarely does that happen, because a narcissist will stay with anything before they need to have something lined up. So they're not going to just like leave a relationship and not have anything new and exciting to kind of tend to. And that doesn't necessarily mean a relationship, but there could be periods of time where someone who's narcissistic is actually single, but there has to be something that's like exciting. There has to be something that's happening in their life that makes it worthwhile to end this relationship. So either something is happening in their life that makes it worthwhile, or they have found someone that they're ready to start like really, really grooming in order to hook them, hopefully quickly. There is another reason why sometimes a short-lived relationship could end quickly, and that is because the narcissist might have been actually just using this person to kind of just hurt you. So now that they feel like you're hurt, you got a little taste of what this really feels like, now they feel satisfied and they're ready to move on. For me, the question that I always asked myself was, why would someone want to hurt me when I actually didn't do anything wrong? And most people who have been treated extremely poorly, whether there was like a discard, whether there was a rebound relationship, whether there was just a breakup or divorce, and the person like immediately gets into another relationship and is like throwing in your face and hurting you and saying like just hurtful things, I never understood why a person would want to even do that. I think especially the people that they initiated the breakup. They initiated the divorce. So you didn't. I know I did it in my relationship. The other person did. So if the other person really wanted this to have happen, then why would you still want to hurt a person even after the fact? Of course, we could go to the obvious hurt people, but like, let's go even deeper than that. The truth is, aside from hurt people, because that is a saying for a reason, and it actually is valid and true, but the bigger reason is that you just were never able to give them what it is that they wanted. And I always say this, I will say this forever, that's not a bad thing. What it means is you challenged them. What it means is you held them accountable.
You're being rude. And she ran off.
Car rentals,
she didn't want her accountability.
And stays.
Why do you have such a fucking...
Including the most
why do you have such
What it means is you challenged them. What it means is you held them accountable.
Why do you
did things that they don't really want in a partner. Like, I don't want to change. I don't want to look at myself. I don't want to be held accountable. I don't want you to show me any kind of flaws or immaturity or anything like that that I possibly do. I never want anyone to point those fingers at me. Now, the irony of this is that this person is more than willing to
dominatrix.
throw them at other people, to expose someone else's flaws, to make someone accountable, to demand the apology, all of those things. But they're never really able. Why they will just want to cut you so bad and hurt you. They don't have. A lot of the reasons why they actually got involved with you, you know, everyone will say different theories. You know, some people will say they can never be in a relationship with anyone that is like too above them or too below them. But they really do want someone that they can kind of like show off to. They do want someone that they're like, oh, look at her, look at him. Like they really do want a strong, confident person. But I think sometimes when they get that person, they don't really know what to do, because a healthy, strong, confident person is going to hold them accountable, is going to want communication, is going to, you know, do all the things that they also don't want you to do. So sometimes it could be a little bit of a game that they're actually playing, where they're like, look, you're super strong and you're good, so let me see if I can kind of break this down. And then when you start to like when they start to break this person down, then you're not really of any use to me anymore, because you're not, I don't want to show you off anymore. Or maybe I tried to break you down and you've just continuously challenged me, and I don't want to do any of that. So when you kind of like either stopped, or maybe even perhaps you never even really saw them the way they wanted to see you, but let's say that you stopped. Maybe at one point you put them on a pedestal, you thought they were the cat's meow, like you just thought you got the prize. And so you put them on this pedestal that quite frankly they should have never been on, but they were on it because you were wounded and insecure as well. But then over time, you start to see these flaws, these things you don't like, and you start to kind of like bring this person back down to reality. Well, like, whoa, you're swimming over here. You're not like way above me, nor should anyone be way above me. So you start to become a little healthy. Well, they're going to start resenting you for that. So maybe at one point you did see them the way that they want to be seen, and now you don't, and they resent you. Maybe you never were capable of seeing them the way that they want to be seen. Like they tried chipping away at you, and it just, it didn't really work. Maybe it worked for like a minute, but it definitely wasn't consistent. Now they resent you. Now let's play out the long relationship scenario. Let's say that this person, they last for a very, very long time, or maybe they get married, maybe they start living together. They're in a committed relationship, long-term relationship. A narcissist is always about them. So there's always an agenda, whether it has to do with people or whether it has to do with situations. Nothing they do is coming from genuine love of, you know, thinking about someone else other than themselves. You might think that they have your back, but what they're doing to have your back or to love you or to do whatever before you relationship, two reasons. I feel like there's two reasons for a lot of things, but for this situation, there's definitely two reasons. One is the obvious. They can't see through the mask. This person does not know that this person's narcissistic. They can't see anything. They are so crazy oblivious, which that can happen for many, many years. You may be able to attest to this. You might be able to say, she's right. I was completely oblivious for like 20 years of my marriage or my relationship with this person. That could very well be the case. The second reason why this relationship could still possibly last is because this person is still being groomed. And grooming can take a really long time. So the grooming and the devaluing are the two longest phases of a relationship, and they're the ones that require the most effort and work. As a narcissist is grooming you, they will, over time, start to expose themselves. They are going to start to take that mask off a little slowly. You're going to start seeing things, and they know this, but the problem is you are now the victim, the new relationship, the new person. You are emotionally invested in this relationship. Maybe you're in the long-term relationship, so clearly you've moved in, you've gotten engaged, you've had a child, you've gotten married, you've been together for a long period of time. And so when someone starts to show you a little bit of who they are, you don't always believe them, and you don't want to believe who this person is. So you're going to overlook some red flags because you don't want to see them. Now, if you were in the beginning phases of a relationship and you were very healthy and you saw them, then the relationship probably wouldn't continue. You'd be like, no, I'm all set. But when you're invested in a relationship and you have children and you have a life together with this person, like, you're not going to just like dip away very easily just because you start to see some like weird things. It's going to take more than just these weird little things, or that time that they were selfish, or that time that they put themselves first, or that time that they blew this off and it was really important to me, or whatever. There's so many scenarios, but you're going to overlook those things because remember too, when a narcissist does something in a relationship that like upsets you or hurts, now that's in terms of the new relationship, the new person, the victim. If they know that this person is not going anywhere because either they need them financially, maybe they know, hey, look, you're not going to just leave this marriage. Like, we have children together. Like, we've built a life together. You're not going to just like bounce, because most people don't behave like that. Most people aren't going to say like, oh, you did something that upset me, a few times this month, and so, okay, I'm going to leave. No, it takes a lot of time for someone to get to a place where they say, okay, I'm done, especially when there's a marriage, children, and a life that has been made. It is not something that people just say, okay, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and just decide I'm over this. No, and they know this. So because they know that you're not really going anywhere, that they know that they can do certain things, and you can try to hold me accountable, but you're not going to go anywhere. So let's just play this silly game. Now, if you're a yes woman or a yes man, then you're great. You're a great person to be in a relationship with, especially for someone who wants to use you, abuse you, and manipulate you. A narcissist will stay with someone as long as that person represents or gives them what it is that they need at that point in their life. So if a narcissist wants you to work and pay all the bills and you're doing that and you're okay with that, then done, great. I'm going to stay with you because you're giving me what it is that I need. If a narcissist wants a trophy wife to just like stay home with the kids and like doesn't know where anything is, like you don't know where the money is, you don't pay any bills, like, and you're just happy with whatever it is that I give you, done, great. You're going to be a person that this person is going to stay with for a long period of time. If a narcissist wants to do whatever it is that he or she wants, and
let her peg you,
you don't really hold them to accountable, great. I'm going to stay with you for a long period of time because you're not holding me accountable. If a narcissist is getting what it is that they want, which is always something that isn't healthy, that's why I said to you, if you're not giving that person what it is that they needed and they jump ship, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a really good thing, because that means that you were not giving them the unhealthy things that they needed. Like, you couldn't do that. But if that person, the narcissist, is getting what it is that they need, and the victim, the new person in their life, is comfortable, the relationship will last. It's only when that new person is not comfortable anymore, they've had enough, and everyone will reach their point. It just, everyone's pain threshold is different, but at some point they will start to hold this person accountable. But again, it could be 5 years, 15 years, 20 years. That's not your concern. Or if this narcissist is no longer getting what it is that they need from this person, that's when the relationship will end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was like a random video, but I'm telling you, that conversation we had, that stuff, I was like, this is what I know you guys are going through or have been through or
and help him.
And I know we all want not only like education, but like we want to understand, what do we do? Like, what do we do now? How do we not take this personally? Like, you have to accept that this person, and I know it's something that's so hard to accept. Believe me, I know. But this person's actions and what it is that they do and how they conduct themselves has nothing at all to do with you. It really truly doesn't. I hope that this video helped you. I hope it gave you some clarity. And
yeah, dude, I just had to come to my own realizations. I was like, not cool. First red flag, you're having a panic attack in public over something really minuscule, overreacting, love bombing. Why'd you even come back, bro? Like, I didn't chase you. You were gone. I kept thinking the love of my life is on the same island as me, is less than 500 meters from me, but we're not together. So many times I was swimming on the other side of the bay and I'm like, she's over there, but she's not with me. We're in an argument, or I have to paddle out to sea. I'm wondering why she feels like she doesn't deserve a birthday, and why she's apologizing through Okapono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. You know, you're doing these things because you do need forgiveness. You've hurt people. That's why you're crying so hard. And then you're comparing me constantly. You know, this is where you're for me, because I was already dating this chick, and we had reconnect. Yeah, she started reading me taking deep breaths after children, using those hot button words like baby and marriage and family. Dude, this chick couldn't make a family. I told her, I can't build with you. You're like building with air. The moment you ran off with the Harley, you know what I thought? Not, oh, there goes my life, love of my life. This dude just stole my girl. They're gonna go fuck. You know what I thought, Sarah? You know what I really thought? I thought you would leave our children at school. Our kids would need to be picked up at school, and because you want instant gratification, or you want to do what you do, always, Aquarius, contrary to what everyone else says, they're going to do the opposite, and our children would be waiting at school while you're fucking joyriding for 4 days on the back of a Harley. Maybe banging someone. Like, that's what I saw. So it wasn't jealousy, it wasn't insecurity. Part of it's insecurity because, like, fuck, man, my girl just rolled up. That made me feel really insecure. But, like, I had another person. I was like, okay, you're going with someone else? I'm going to go with someone else. I already have someone that loves me. I already have someone that treats me with respect, asks me how I'm doing, is objective in arguments, doesn't continue arguments. Matter of fact, has never cursed at me. She actually is the queen of the aside. She can do everything in 4 or 5 words or less, not 256 messages and explaining all the different psychobabble bullshit and word salad and 17 itemized 17 different messages on why she yelled at me for fucking putting a fan on her. I wanted her to be comfortable. It gets hot out in Thailand. I was trying to take care, and I got chewed the fuck out over it in the morning. I'm like, who are you, dude? Like, you're fucking something else, man. When you're fucking screaming fuck you in the morning, you aren't the spiritual leader that you pretend to be. You're not an empath, you're a manipulator. You're gonna see the abuse of a covert narcissist when you don't give them what they want. And that's what it is, dude. You show me, thank you for showing me who you really are. And people will show you who they really are when they don't get what they want. The way that they act and respond is their trigger mechanism. It is their upbringing. This is the way it happened to them. And usually from their parents. So they're going to exhibit the same behavior, like, oh, you're going to stonewall me because I didn't do something right. You're not going to talk to me for 2, 3, 4 days. You're going to just disappear and run away. You're just always going to run away from your problems. Well, you can't run away from yourself. And you can't run away from your habits, and you can't run away from your character. You're running around in your head with your brain tied to your cerebral cortex, and it is sending you stimulus all the fucking time. It is shooting signals constantly, and this is why it's an addiction. It rolls around the same neural pathways as addiction. You think that it was fun. Cocaine, bam, in my brain, it starts off as fun. It starts off back here as fun, but the end result is I know it's not. She's still abusing ketamine. All these motherfuckers in Norway fucking do ketamine right in front of me. You're just like, fucking chill the fuck out, bro. Like, you know, like if you can't maintain yourself, this is where addiction starts. It's just another level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You're going to follow your impulses. You're going to always get what you want. And narcissists are always going to get what they want. So if you're always going to get over on people, use them, you can get the supply and get what you want out of them, and get the results that you want out of them, and throw Kanye fits if you don't get the results that you want. Yeah, bro. Yeah, we know these people. You know these people too. They're doing it constantly around you. They could be family members. They could be the girlfriend, just the ex-wife. You know what I mean? I've never asked anybody to marry me before in my life. So I'm still talking about this, and I'm still processing it, and it leaves on this island in like 3 days. Like, I'm just done with it. But I wanted to go out to people and be like, look, not only do I have a very healthy relationship, and it's going slow. It's not the fireworks of cocaine, and it's not the come down of cocaine. It's actually got some steady incline in time and pace. Is like, you know, no, we're not going to rush to have any more children. We're going to take another year to get to know each other, bang each other all over the place, make plenty of content, enjoy love, enjoy sex, and not yell at each other every day, not write each other into the fucking dirt, not fucking sit there and pick each other apart and constantly talk about psychobabble bullshit to keep your head spinning with word salad. And now I got to do the research on Aquarius. Oh, now I got to do the research on Narcissist, covert narcissist. I got to do the research on an avoidant. Bro, I have never done so much research. As soon as I was with this chick, it just dominates my whole feed, bro. Everything's narcissist, narcissist, narcissist. It used to be World War II. It used to be how to learn how to design. It just shows you how much focus you can put on another person and not yourself. So as I'm healed, I'm healing, I feel good. It's because I've been working out. It helps. You know, having other friends, it helps. I call all my fucking circle of influences. I call everybody and reach out to them and I say, look, I need help. I'm okay with asking for help. I'm okay with seeing a psychologist, and I'm okay with my future because I set it up that way. I was fine before I met her. It was like 3 months ago. It's almost 3 months ago. It was 3 months ago. She's already found a new supply, and I'm still talking about it so other people connect. Look, what I wanted to do. It's her 7 toxic texting habits of a narcissist. That was another one. You're too sensitive. That's the one. Is your relationship subtle signs? Is that it? Is that the one? Their weird sex patterns. That was another one too. That chick did one that was cool. Oh, trauma bonds and how to break free. I think that's this one. Let me just do this one real quick because it was interesting. I want to do a couple. I was about to roll another joint.
You've noticed it. You've seen it, and a lot of you have probably experienced this.
Screenshot.
That connection with a narcissist, the peculiar sexual connection with a narcissist. They're all for it at the beginning and then they pull away. And you're like, what is going on?
Fuck me in 6 hours.
The thing is, this whole dynamic, this whole thing is so strange.
It was weird.
I'm going to explain why it happened.
And she's like, you're breaking my boundaries. I was like, who does that? Who fucks someone and doesn't go home and fuck some more? Like, especially the first time. Don't you fuck like rabbits, or is it just me? Is this me? Okay, I'll wait.
Hello, everyone. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, it's a much requested video, and I know that I have talked about this before, and I know there's videos that have been previously posted, so I will tag them in. Yeah, I can check this one out. Okay, so this is about that peculiar sexual intimate connection that you have with a narcissist, but it is so strange, so weird, so peculiar, so like it's really tough to try and understand it. But there is only one reason for this,
like
my friends. One reason for this, and this is what I'm going to be talking about in the video. But my friends, I quickly just want to mention that I do go live on this channel once a week, every Tuesday. And if there's something on your mind, or there's some kind of like questions, or there's topics that you want to kind of explore or talk about, I'd say come on over, join the live, because we could be talking about them. I could be answering your question. Check out the community tab, guys. It's absolutely free. Every Tuesday, I'd love to see you there. Okay. So this whole topic of intimacy and the narcissist has gathered much kind of like interest over the last few years because it is such a strange, or it is such a peculiar connection, a thing that this narcissist does. And we struggle to understand it because how is it that there is this strong sexual connection, or you've had the best type of intimacy experience with this person, it's going great, it's going really well right at the beginning, and then suddenly that's it. It's non-existent, it doesn't happen. It's almost as though you feel like there's something wrong with you because you want to.
Right.
And you know,
you're leaving in 2
this
days.
can cause so many issues, kind of like with self-esteem, with confidence, but also most importantly with our own self-worth. Now, the thing is, there is one answer to this and one answer only. Okay, and I'm going to unpack this in the video. But so basically, what this is all about is the attachment disorder.
Yeah.
And the way that this works, okay, is, you know, when you're in a relationship, you've got two people, okay? When you're intimate with one another, that's all about the connection that you have with the two of you, right?
Like me and Michelle.
And
let's connect. Let's plug in. Let's fuck more than fight.
When this diminishes, okay, or when this stops, okay, this absolutely causes us to internally blame ourselves. Because this is such a powerful connection, it is a bonding that happens between two individuals that are in this loving relationship. But when it becomes toxic with a narcissist, when this becomes used for other means, meaning there is an agenda behind it, This is where it becomes really toxic and damaging.
You're only going to get
you see, the narcissist, because they are unable to connect to themselves, they're not able to understand themselves.
It's not clean enough.
How do you think that they're going to be able to connect and understand you? If they can't do it themselves, they won't be able to do it for you.
Her words, not
so
mine.
this intimacy, or the act of being intimate, becomes used as leverage, meaning that it becomes very controlled and very manipulative. So in a way, to be able to control you, they're going to limit, or they're going to have particular times when they will be intimate with you. So they decide they're in control. So it almost becomes robotic. But because of that, you then start to blame yourself and start to think that maybe this person is going off you, or they don't want you, or perhaps maybe there's somebody else that has caught their eye and that's who they're being intimate with. But again, all of these three things, all of these factors play on your mind. And you are unable to see past this and see the truth of what is really going on.
After I cheated on her.
Don't, because it's about giving someone else that attention. It's about trying to please someone else, and when they keep strange, it's almost as though, like right at the beginning, it's something that needs to happen in a connection, because this is how you bond, this is how you grow. They obviously don't want you to suspect that there's something wrong or there is an issue. Okay, even though this person may have a lot of sexual partners, or they may have had, it still is the same premise. Okay, it exists on this continuum. Okay, they don't actually enjoy the act. What it is, it's the before the act happens. It's all about the manipulation. It's all about the gaslighting. It's about the love, the mirroring. That's what is exciting for them. And they don't actually live for that. They could live without that, because they use pornographic material to be able to kind of satisfy themselves, if you know what I mean. But the actual intimacy act, it is used as leverage. So if they want you to conform, if they want you to agree with them, if they want something from you, or they feel that you are pulling away, they feel that they're going to lose you, they will then be intimate with you in order to be able to get you back. Okay, they want to keep you. They do. They don't want to let you go. They want to be able to keep you. And you'll notice that when everything is fine with the narcissist, intimacy doesn't really happen. But when there are this is when they will be intimate to basically pull you back in. Now let's think about that for a moment.
Asking me to come in her too.
For me, and probably for you guys, that is the most strangest way of interacting with another person, or being with another person. Like, how can you be so dismissive of such a natural act? Okay, the act of intimacy, or the act of wanting to be close to someone, is a natural human need. There isn't anything wrong in wanting it or needing it. It is a human need. So it is important that a couple, two people that are in love, two people that are in a relationship, they would naturally want to do that. They would naturally want to experience one another like this. But you see, the narcissist makes this all very strange, very weird, and very toxic. The actual thing is about two people bonding, two people connecting with one another. But the narcissist makes it about something else. There is an agenda. They make it very strange. And of course, a lot of us feel this. A lot of us feel that this person doesn't want to, or doesn't feel connected to us. And I suppose, like, the whole
respects my boundaries. He didn't cross red flags.
Intimacy, this whole thing highlights the fact of how dysfunctional the narcissist actually is. Because all of this is a very strange phenomenon. It's very strange that this happens. But it's all to do with the attachment disorder. And you will see this throughout the relationship. It's not just only during the act of intimacy. They will be like this. And because of this behavior, because at the time you're not understanding, you're not seeing it for what is happening, why it's happening, this completely confuses you and makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. It makes you feel like you have done something wrong. You know, they don't like you. You know, you feel like maybe you're repulsive or you're not good enough. And it feeds into all of these limiting beliefs.
Who does that?
So you internalize it and you see yourself as the problem.
naked under the beach.
But
who doesn't?
When you look at this externally and what really is going on here, it's not actually you.
Kissing and holding.
You see, the narcissist has grown up without understanding what love is. They don't know a connection to themselves. Okay, so if you don't understand what love is and you're not connected to yourself, going into adulthood, this is not corrected from childhood. How is this any of this going to do? Is this going to play out in different scenarios? And this is one of them.
Wow.
The disconnection from self. Wow. The barrier of the dysfunctional ego.
Right.
This is what it is.
Because if I wasn't trying to show off,
it is one human using another, and that's how they see it. That's how they see intimacy. They don't want to be vulnerable and show you their emotions, show you their feelings. They don't want to do that. They don't want to be vulnerable with you because they see this as weakness, and it's not. But this is how they see. This is how they have grown up to see it. Now, I remember I did a live stream all about this, and I go into great detail talking about check this live stream out, because honestly, I could go into it now, but this video is going to be so much longer. But it really is about a polarization that happens. It's because they didn't have, and so, but there were backs as well.
Electric complex,
so
you hear it?
This is something that is really, really electric complex as well.
Come on, babe.
So this is something that is really, really, and I didn't realize that for me to get my head around, this is all about, you know, like if you want to do further research into it, check out Madonna Whore Complex. This is Freud's theory, but it really explains why the narcissist is like this, or the electric complex as well. So this is something that is really, really important. I'm gonna put this in the description box so you can research this even more themselves.
My mother was getting too much power with
okay,
her
my
father.
friends. So I know that this is just kind of like skimming the topic, but I really hope that this video has helped you. If you are someone that perhaps is going through this and want to know more about this, please see the description box below, because I do offer one-to-one consultations. If you want to further on your journey of healing and need some support, check out my mentorship or the Journal Club. Links are in the description.
That was a good one.
box.
And it is trauma bond. 10 steps to break from a trauma bond. You know? Fucking dope. I'm calling you after. There's no internet connection. Okay. That's why it's not playing. Maybe that is the end of the show, because I thought we had it like that. I thought we had a good connection. I thought we were really meant to be together. You told me we were soulmates. You know, you said it so fast. And then we got spiritually married. And then we got engaged. And then I didn't see you for 4 days. And, you know, it's hard. I shouldn't have married her after I cheated on her. That was weird. I don't know. She was talking about rings, so she got me to do it. And I'm like, I'm the one that's supposed to buy you a ring. She was trying to buy me a ring. So she was trying to get her supply back after she lost it. She realized that I didn't play any games, and I don't fuck around. IDFA, I don't fuck around. And if you do, get the fuck away from me. There's a line of people that lie and cheat and steal and want to fuck around. I don't fuck around. I have love for real. And this is why I have to have this conversation at this juncture, is because there's going to be other people. They're going to come up to a girl that's critical to them. You don't have to take that shit. If you're not that type of person, if you're not a perfectionist, if you're not critical to other people, you won't have them be critical to you. It's just facts like that. Hurt people hurt people. And Tauruses, myself, are known for being opinionated and sharing our opinions freely. We can't wait to tell you about yourself or give you life advice. But this is what it is. You have to have some self-stability. You have to have an identity. If you're going to be someone else like these people do, that's still your identity. I have another female narcissist that I date crazy bitches. But I just found out about her too. I'm going to tell this story because this shit's so real. This could have happened to Sarah. She don't even know it. This is what game she plays, and she doesn't get it. She's so in love with Daniel. Daniel, you almost got your head cut off, bro. I'll tell you the story. Miss Andrea befriends me, playing games with me, already has a boyfriend. I say, you play too much, stay away from me. Comes back again from California. I'm talking to the ex-boyfriend. I just kicked her out. She befriends me. Oh, I like the music that you play. Hanging out at my shop. She was there the day the cops came in. I kicked her out soon after, maybe a week after. Even though she went through it with me, I was like, you play too much. You got this boyfriend still. You got these orbiters. Please stay away. She's like, oh, you're going to block me again? Blocked again. Then next thing I know, she's coming to the Thanksgiving dinner with all my friends, befriended all of them, started get them to do business plans, started to hang out, started to get her own business cards, starting to do what I did, like mimicking me at the conventions, going with his new boyfriend. She works with him. He's married with children, Daniel. And he starts fucking with her. She makes it all about her because she's a Scorpio, and she's breaking him off some, gets knocked up. I don't know what happened to that baby, but what I do know is the wife, while he was sleeping, Jonathan Willett, you can look it up. Jonathan Willett. It was a father and a husband. And because he cheated on his wife, she went and got a butcher knife and chopped his head off in his sleep. In his fucking sleep, dog. You almost got Daniel's fucking head cut off. You're the mistress. You're the side bitch. You're the one that's getting knocked up too. Probably committed abortion just like her. You think you're the only one. No, Andrea did it too. And maybe she miscarried. I'm not sure. I don't know all the facts, but he's for sure got his head cut off because he was sleeping with you. He for sure got murdered by his wife because he had a side bitch. That's what you were, Sarah. You were a side bitch. You can call it poly all you want and try to twist realities and use word salad and memes and spiritual posts, but the truth is, homie, you could have got him murdered. Speaking of homes, these are crimes of passion, man. This shit fucking happens, and then we wonder how this stuff is down. Why is it this way? How did it get this way? How did this end up happening? Well, this is because you might have been insecure. Like they said, it's okay. It's okay to be insecure, man. With your girl dancing with someone else, you don't have to be secure with your girl spending time with other men. You do not have to be secure with them having a checkered past. All these things are indicators. You can go to Rich Cooper and he'll tell you, dude, does she have a checkered past? Did she have tattoos? Did she have piercings? Does she have daddy issues? Is she in debt? And that's all it's got to do. It's got to work for you. So just don't be fucking falling in love with all the fucking people, bro. Don't be so desperate as your boy Marky Saint. I have options. I didn't realize it, but I had options. And I wanted to play this one last video, but my fucking connection's acting stupid. It's a thing. It's a full-on thing. So I guess at the end of the show, because I lost the internet connection, but I went over an hour anyway. But yeah, you get the point. I was going to get this other thing and I'll do the other video. So I got, or forced her in a closet or whatever the fuck. Or forced her in a closet or whatever the fuck happened to her in her life. You know what I mean? All of it was, she's always the victim. Well, if you were a sexual victim as a kid, you chose to be a sexual victim the rest of your life by choosing BDSM. And that's just facts. And we all make life choices. I'm not here to judge. I'm just telling you, I don't want to be a trash man. I don't want to work at fast food. And I definitely don't want to have to sell my soul for sex. That's just me. Okay? My friends are my friends. I don't fuck them. And I would never fuck them because that would fuck up our relationship. You don't care fucking up a marriage. You said I committed that abortion so I wouldn't fuck up the marriage. I'm not like Janicki. Okay, well, you know, but you also killed the baby without telling him. And he also just used you for sex, but you were in love with him. You know what I mean? We convince ourselves of these things, and that's where I became susceptible. That's why I'm having this conversation with people. It's just like, was I insecure at the moment that I met her? No, I was standing in my shine. I think she saw my shine. I was like, oh man, I'm consuming these good foods. My muscles are pumped. Check out the peaks. I'm just fucking getting it. Jesus. You know, I'm just full of myself. I got healed. I started to love myself finally. I started to fucking get over thinking about the baby every day and lost babies, and it was only 5 months, and oh, you would never do that to me. She lined right up with the other Aquarius, couldn't wait to abuse me, couldn't wait to stonewall me, and couldn't wait to abort my baby, bro. These bitches will line up and kill them in front of you when you're drowning, on fire, not giving a fuck, escalate it. I didn't know we were gonna even get into a fight. My friend said, don't go over there fighting like school children. I'm like, we're not going to fight. What the fuck? Because I'm not fighting. But she can. Especially with fight or flight in the situation I'm blocking the exit, she started to fight. When we got done, when I was done getting a blowjob, we got walked in on, she started to fight. When when she was done with the panic attack, she started to fight. I know. Because I don't fight. I'm not much of a runner, but I'm about to switch fight for flight, just so you guys know. Just because it's easier just to walk away. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Is this person really worth it? I don't barely know her. And she's already hitting me. And she's already leaving me, and she's already confusing me, and she's already starting to gaslight me, and she's already starting to pick me apart and criticize me, and fucking the whole gamut. Not one day was kosher. And I hope this dude, I mean, she's getting the loving version of her, but she can't hold that up for long. Eventually the depression's going to kick in. Eventually she's going to say she's tired, and that's why I was trying to show you that other video, because that's what the other girls do. They fake tired. I'm tired. I'm like, you're not tired. You're uninspired, bro. Keep it at 1,000 with you. A woman in Calcutta with 5 children is tired. You got first world problems, right? White privilege. You're from the Western world where you've never gone starving before, right? You've always lived in high rises. Well, you can go get raped up in the high rises, right? You can be kept by a pimp, only get 50%, and just bring random johns, and now you got to open your legs and things happen. This is where my mind was at. I'm like, this is the wife of this woman I'm trying to marry? Like, Mark, what's wrong with you? And then you get to see that it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. I needed all the puzzle pieces. It's the way she treats her friends. It's the other guys before me. I had to do more research. Who are you really? Oh, you don't have a FetLife page? Oh, I forgot my password? That was a lie. Why don't you just tell me your name? I have a FetLife page. I can figure it out. Electra Black Raven? You know what I mean? You're Electra complex. You think you're so much smarter than everyone else. And that's where you forget that other people talk. You forget that other people go, hey, how did that happen with her? Oh, she was abusive with you too? And doing the fucking text messages, the mean text messages, temper. Okay, Miss Spiritual, what happened to the empathy? I thought you were a super empath. That should go out the window. Because they're selfish. And when you use people, everybody's going to be used up, and there's going to be corpses. Habeas corpus, produce the corpse, man. Like, there's so many corpses laying around you. Dead babies, fucking dead relationships, dead friendships, blocking, abuse. And you want to plan out everyone else. As long as you keep playing the victim and not acknowledging anything, I'm going to keep calling out these videos. I'm going to keep fucking educating people, because I thought I was the narcissist. I started blaming myself. Oh, the sun's starting to rise over the mountain. I really did. I was like, I'm a toxic narcissist. Mark, you cheated on her birthday. No, she was with someone else. Oh, I can't come because Mo wants to come dancing with me. I'm like, don't bring some other guy to my side of the city. I felt bad. I didn't know it was her birthday. She didn't even say that. Another covert narcissist move, right? You don't even tell people it's your birthday, and then you don't even feel worthy it's your birthday. Who doesn't feel worthy for their birthday? People that have hurt other people. People that are scamming other people, scamming them to get to go to Thailand and pay for it and introduce it to their mom and even give them some. If you're just business, and that's why I had to come out with it. I had to come out with the truth. You don't want a narcissist. The one thing a narcissist doesn't want to do is date a truth teller. And that's all I choose better habits, bro. Saints addiction all day. I just choose better habits. I choose better moods. I choose better perspectives. And I choose to do the fucking work, bro. So once I've been doing this blurring techniques, once I did how many different narcissisms there are, what are the attachment disorders, and how avoidance are narcissists, it is the truth. And, anybody that pulls away from you and doesn't work with you, and doesn't compromise, and doesn't acknowledge their shortcomings, and doesn't say they're sorry, and always lets you hold the bag or do things for them, or has plastic surgery, or modeling photos, trying to capture their youth again, trying to lie about their age online, trying to get younger men, trying to monkey branch every time, never having any space between the relationships to actually face themselves. It's always on the next guy. The next guy's my savior. Oh, we're so in love. He's so perfect for me. Till that doesn't work. Then you have to live in your head. Then comes the depression. Then comes the suicide. And then you're going to blame everybody trying to be like the Black Dahlia, swallowing 8 different benzodiazepines in front of me. I don't think she realized that I wouldn't have to check her messages to make sure how many pills she took. And I said, what kind of pills she take? I'm like, let me see them. And she's like, please don't take them away from me. Even in her eyes rolling, but please don't. Her first thing was, don't take away my medicine. And I'm like, 8 pills was a suicide attempt. I'm at a business meeting getting money, and you're doing a suicide attempt in front of me. What if you had an allergic reaction? I had no idea what you were doing. And I didn't try hiding it, taking pictures in your phone. I'm like, this is really happening. I can read all these messages later. This is what you're saying back to your psychic. This is what you're saying to the other dude, that you love him, and showing videos with your cleavage out and your spiritual rituals. The covertness is real. The narcissism is real. There are spiritual narcissists out there. I'm going to have to make that a show, a spiritual narcissist, where they'll hide behind their outfits. They'll hide behind their mentality. They're all over my drum circle too. what's this chick's name? Super narcissist chick. She just started to meditate in front of me like I wasn't there. Meg Cap talking all the right game, being the pretty girl, being social, but she's manipulating friends, but treats everybody like shit and just meditate right in front of you. I'm like, excuse me, did you just check out? Like, dude, the entitlement, the audacity that I would never do this to people. I'm just not like that. My narcissism comes out when I'm under conflict. When people are trying to attack me, it turns on and I'm like, I'm a beast. You don't want none. Don't fuck with me. Like, that guy shows up for sure. But during the day at the bank, no. Most of us cover up. We all got a public face, 3 faces, public face, friend's face, family face, and then, of course, the face that you show yourself. She won't show herself the face because then she has to look herself in the mirror and go, I've abused people. You know what I mean? I've used people. I've abused, used, and I'm not as who I pretend to be. That's an ego death. Oh, I've had plenty of ego death. Nah, man, that ego's alive and well. It was in me too when I wanted to have the hottest chick on the beach, and now I paid the price. Another child lost. Another child's life. And in my head, I thought all I had to do was act right. If I was just nicer to her, if I could have made all of her demands, she would have kept the baby. And now I know there was no way I was going to ever meet her demands. This new guy's definitely not going to meet her demands. And this is just life. So, man, it's a lot, but I'm hoping this gets to the people that need it, because you can get over it, dude. You can find other love. You're not worthless as they make you pretend to be, and you're not as broken as they make you pretend to be, and you're not as narcissistic as they lead you on to be or as they post it to be. You actually were protecting yourself. You were actually being gaslit. And believe it or not, you deserve to be respected. You deserve to be made love to, and you don't deserve all these fucking rules. If they got boundaries, they're really blocking you out. And I felt that wedge with us in the first place. And no, I don't need to spend days on end on my phone talking about memes and different videos and just constantly thinking about each other, rapid firing my brain 256 times, man. I couldn't even press a slot machine button that many times. It's just, the addiction is real. If you have an addictive personality, you're more susceptible to this. It's usually from your childhood. So then now you're even more susceptible to this. And then you got to identify this. It's like, I have abandonment issues, so I didn't want her to abandon me. But she was already a runner. Welcome to an air sign. Marry an air, bro. And trying to make things into a reality, a fantasy, right? I was a daydreamer already as a kid. You know, I already have an obsessive mind, so it didn't take much for me to like paint that picture with you and think that we were gonna have a life. That's why I asked you to marry me, and none of that shit matters. Not a baby, not a marriage, not an engagement, not love making, not even trying to attempt to make it work, bro. It was just her way or the highway. She would call me when she needed me, or when she needed supply. And as soon as I needed her, she was running off with some other guy. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It's your boy, Marky Saint. Peace of love. That's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, please like, share, and subscribe below. And as always, peace and love. And chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side. As soon as you like, share, and subscribe, I'm going to go meditate, smoke my weed, and contemplate. And this has been healthy for me. And healing. Good son. Peace.